made record labels so much money off my body. I made a lot of people so much money off my body, and I got the smallest cut off my own fucking body and my own work and my own ideas. And I don't think I have to say sorry about the fact that I want to commodify my own shit. It's been commodified, and I wasn't even the main fucking benefactor of it, so fuck this.
Now, listen, you guys, oftentimes when we come out here and we tell you that your favorite artists are just the faces of the brands, but behind the scenes, they are executives who control everything that goes on. And when we tell you that some of your artists are puppets, you guys come out here and say that we're just saying anything. But look who's crying in 2025. It is none other than T.I.'s protege, who at some point was mentioned and nominated as the one to replace Nicki Minaj. I'm talking about Iggy Azalea. Now, we're also going to be discussing about Rihanna and this alleged pregnancy, as well as ASAP Rocky being caught by fans interacting with another woman. Now, we're also going to be talking about this entire situation, also with Karisha and 50 Cent. Now, this is an interaction that I didn't see coming in 2025. And at the same time, Joe Biden is out there letting us know that he did not want to hear Kendrick Lamar on the Carti album. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. I'm sorry, by the way, yesterday your girl had to take a little bit of rest, okay? Allow me. I'm sorry, but I just had to. But anyway, let's move on to the first story that we're going to be talking about. Let us talk about Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea is out there crying about UMG. Now, for those of you who do not know, UMG is the same corporate that is in a legal battle with Drake. That's the same corporate that's behind the distribution of Kendrick's music, Drake's music, and allegedly Bongo 2's music as well. Like, when you look at it, it is behind the distribution of several, it's tied to several other record labels in one way or the other. So it's safe to say that, well, it's the main handler, it's the main corporate behind the other corporates, okay? So anyway, this is what Iggy Azalea had to say in a very long tweet. She said, "Crazy how in my entire career I was never paid a single royalty by Universal Music for anything outside of the USA. They owe me millions of dollars in back pay that they technically stole from me as per my contract. I am due payment. The amount owed is in the eight-figure range. Last week, they tried to respond to my lawyer and offer me a settlement of 18K. Now, if this is not insultive, I don't know what is. What do you mean you're going to give Iggy Azalea 18,000? Like 18K? Are you serious? You guys, these people are so shameless. Oh my goodness. And this is what Iggy said. I'm told this is a normal response from their lawyers, and after appearing in court, they end up paying millions as they are supposed to. Thankfully, I'm well off and can and will pursue this issue until they pay me what they owe me. But I'd like to publicly say that I think Universal Music are criminals who actively take advantage of all of their artists in perpetuity for their own gain. They are the scummiest company. They do this to so many artists who unfortunately cannot afford to fight for what they are owed, but thus they get away with this behavior. And this is the same UMD that you guys want us to believe that they care about the culture. Like, when I see people running around talking about, oh, they're promoting this artist because this artist wants to cleanse hip hop because, well, they care about the culture. UMG cares about the culture. And I'm just looking and I'm like, do you even know what you're talking about? Like, seriously, do you? Then she continued and she said that they are the scummiest company, and they do this to so many artists who unfortunately cannot afford to fight for what they are owed. Thus, they get away with this behavior. Universal Music really needs to do better in their treatment of the artists who quite literally earn the millions via intellectual property they had zero part in creating. Yuck. And I wish I could say that I'm surprised, but when we come on here and you guys are saying, oh, well, these artists are just getting a push because they deserve it, because they are talented. Oh my God. We tell you that none of that marketing, none of that massive marketing is for free. In one way or the other, if you were to talk to them 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, they will tell you the dark side of this entire thing. But then again, if it comes from somebody who has experienced it and they are telling you that all that glitters is not gold, you guys will start saying, well, they're only saying that because they are no longer relevant. I think this is how a lot of these artists get robbed into these deals with these record labels, because they are brainwashed to be told that, listen, this person is only calling us out because they're irrelevant, we don't want them anymore. Okay, and they come in thinking that they're going to be changing things. The same UMG right now that is being called out by Iggy Azalea, this same UMG that was called out in the matter of Angie Stone, that same UMG, another female rapper right now will be offered a deal with these same people. They will take it. They will take it, and they will start shading the ones that came before them. And 5 years down the line, after actually realizing what it is like, they will tell you that no amount of marketing is worth all of that. Because imagine being told that you've generated $1 billion in revenue and you're getting 100,000 from that revenue. Is that not ridiculous? Who would want anything like that? But when you're from the outside looking in, you're like, well, at this moment, I'm not making any money from my music. So if they say that I'll be getting 100K, that's okay with me. But the more you begin to put in the work, and the whole thing of being an artist comes with the risk of ruining your mental health. You begin to realize that at the end of the day, you've sold all parts to you. Like all parts of you, you've, given them up for auction, because people will come for your body. People will come for how you look. People will come for how you sing. People will come even, it will affect your mental health. And you realize that you've given up more than just your voice, more than just your artistry. You've given up all of yourself just for people to give you not even a quarter of what you're generating. But anyway, if we say it out on these channels, you guys are like, oh, wow, it doesn't matter. Let them be pushed. Let them, it's their time. They're shining. At the time that Iggy was popping and all of these things were going on, people were like, oh my God, she's shining. It's her time. Hailing all the way from Australia, the new replacement of Nicki Minaj. Yay, yay. Go to the branches, go to the celebrations, to the industry parties. They love you. All the A-listers love you. Meanwhile, they're making billions of dollars from your work, and you're getting nothing but the fame that comes with at the expense of your mental health. But anyway, she went ahead and said this: Universal Music, mark my words, you ugly bee, you will pay me what's owed. And then she said, this has been going on between myself and them privately for over 2 years and continuing, by the way. Okay. And then she also released some text messages that I'm assuming are between her and her lawyer. And so it says, Universal came back and said they owe you 18K. When we say that these people have no shame, this is what we're talking about. And the lawyer said, auditor said this is par for the course. He's had audits where they come back and say you owe them money and then end up paying artists hundreds of thousands. We are going back to them this week. These labels are effing criminals, okay? And she laughed and said, laugh my behind off. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this. Do you now realize that a lot of these packages, a lot of this mass promotion and stuff like that, it does come at a cost, and there is no such thing as a free lunch in the entertainment industry. There's something you have to give up in exchange for all the promo, because when you look at it, UMG really does have the entertainment industry on chokeholds. Some platforms that you really think are unrelated to UMG, when you dig deeper, you will find that they are all connected. So when you see an artist that has UMG behind them being pushed and being able to get to certain platforms that are not even just music platforms, like it could be talk shows, it could be movie stars, it could be all of these people, they in one way or the other, when you dig deeper, are connected to UMG. So that's why UMG is able to create a star overnight like that. They will just basically platform the artist like this, but in exchange of something, it does not come for free. And I hate to say this, but I agree with what Azalea Banks was saying. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago when she was saying that, some of these deals, artists nowadays are woke enough to not accept them. But there are certain artists that tend to not know what comes with these certain deals where you get the mass promotion and stuff like that. She mentioned that, and it kind of did make sense that, listen, they look lucrative on paper, but when you begin to live in them, they are not all that fun. And a lot of artists are now walking up to say, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this. But there are those, of course, that have tried, and I don't blame all of them. I don't blame even those that take the deals at the end of the day, because you try to make it, maybe you realize that this person is literally has a quarter of a talent than what I have, and I've been putting in the work and I haven't been getting anything. But just because they are associated with these powerful corporates, they are getting a better push, they are getting a better, highlighting than myself. So why should I remain trying to be morally right instead of just taking the deal? I honestly do not judge artists that end up doing that, because they will sabotage you. You will feel like you cannot make it by yourself. You cannot. We saw what happened with Tory Lanez and the album that he recently released. We saw the Spotify things and what they seemingly did to that album. And so for an artist to look at that, they will be like, let me just join them. I cannot beat them. Why not join them? And that's why sometimes, in as much as I feel like Kendrick might have taken the deal, Doshi might have taken the deal, sometimes I don't hold it against them, because at the end of the day, it's a jungle out there. It's literally a jungle out there when it comes to entertainment. But what I just don't like is when you take the deal, don't then still go around walking around as if you're the morally upright. You're not taking the deal. It's all organic, the rise that's happening. It's two things can be true at the same time. One person can be talented and still get the push. So I have nothing against people who decide to take the deal. Absolutely not. But what I have an issue with is when people try to deny what's out there, what's literally clear for everyone to see. That this person has taken the deal, but you guys come around and say, it's not the deal because she's talented. Yes, someone can be talented and can still take the deal. Someone can be talented and still get the push. But anyway, I digress. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, let us talk about Rihanna. There are rumors in the street that, well, Rihanna is out there pregnant again. And of course, the internet is having quite the discussion about it, with some people saying, what's the hurry and stuff like that. Now, personally, when it comes to the pregnancy, if she indeed is pregnant, congratulations to her, okay? I'm not about to sit here policing the womb of a billionaire. I will not be doing that. Okay, she has all the money in the world to take care of, her children, and if she needs to spend time with them, she can literally drop everything. She has companies that can run without her, so she's able, financially, to be physically there to take care of her children. So I'm not about to be sitting here policing the womb of a billionaire. Now, whilst Rihanna was out there having a lot of fun in Barbados, it does seem like ASAP Rocky was out there at a fashion event where he bumped into Nara Smith. Yes, you heard me right. Nara Smith. Yeah, the one that says, today I woke up craving some fish, but I decided to make the fish from scratch. And just when I was about to make the fish from scratch, I realized, in fact, let me make the fish pond from scratch. So I decided to take some stones, and then I decided that no, I need to make the stones from scratch. And actually, I took some soil, and then I wanted to get some water to mix with the salt so that I can make the stones. But then I realized I can make the water from scratch. So I took the oxygen, 2 molecules of oxygen. That Nara Smith is the one that I'm talking about, okay? She's also a model, for those of you who do not know, and her husband is also a model. And so it's not foreign for ASAP Rocky to meet Nara Smith at that event. And they had a little bit of a conversation, which was caught on camera. But one thing about the Navy is if you do so much as breathe the same air as ASAP Rocky, they are coming for you. They do not play. If you think Babs are crazy, Watch the Navy when it comes to ASAP Rocky. That man cannot breathe. That man cannot sneeze. If you do so much as sneeze in the direction of another woman, the Navy is right on your ass, ASAP Rocky. They don't play. So I was shocked when I saw them saying, listen, that was way too close. The conversation was way too comfortable. Why did Nara pet ASAP Rocky, and why did ASAP Rocky pet Nara on the shoulder? This has to mean something. ASAP is definitely cheating. I was like, you don't just marry a billionaire for free. You will pay the price. And Rihanna is the people's favorite. Okay? Forehead is loved. I love her too. And don't get me wrong, I'm calling out the Navy right now, but trust me, if I were to hear that anything like cheatation happened when it comes to ASAP cheating on Rihanna, I would be number one, holding a placard in front of the Navy, saying that how dare you do something like that. So honestly, seriously, I didn't see anything weird about their interaction. But let me know in the comment section, you guys, do you think that it was weird? Not to mention that Nara has a whole family with I think the husband is called Lucky or something, and Asap has got. I don't think that there's anything sinister about the interaction that was between these two stars. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, 50 Cent and Karisha. I do not know what happened for them to end up going into a little back and forth. I really don't understand. I really didn't expect this. And I'm like, Karisha, find somebody else to play with, because you do not want to have 50 Cent put you on his op list. It doesn't always end well when it comes to 50 Cent. But this all came because Karisha was asked if she would be willing to be with 50 Cent. And no, she said no, she wouldn't. Okay. And then 50 Cent obviously, yeah, she did say that it would be crazy. Okay. I don't know, crazy like I would never do it, that's so insane, or crazy like they would go hard as a couple. But nevertheless, 50 Cent decided to respond, and he said, I like that she understands I'm a little different. Ish Diddy ain't ever getting out, baby. Take your time with me, be gentle with your fine behind. And then this man decided to share an emoji, a picture, a cartoon character of someone peeing. And 50 Cent said, whatever you like, baby, I'm not going to judge you. Everybody else will, but I'm here for you. And Karisha said, many men want to suck this hoo-ha. And 50 Cent said, wow, that's pretty aggressive. Many men want to suck this. I just want to have ice cream and go for a walk. And 50 said, this is me and Young Miami 20 years from now. This is absolutely insane. This interaction, I did not need to see it. On the other hand, they have 50 Cent is out there, oh my God, saying Vivica's BBL is over. I just cannot. But anyway, you guys, let us move on to the last thing that we're going to be talking about. It seems like people on the internet are displeased by Joe Budden and his co-hosts because of what they had to say when it comes to Kendrick Lamar being on Carter's album. The whole pod really said that Carter's music was not their cup of coffee. And to top it off, they said they don't even want to hear Kendrick on the song. But then they hopped onto they played the song and they were like, we didn't need to hear Kendrick on this song. And honestly speaking, I did listen to it. I don't think that he was a perfect fit for this album. Yeah, trying to, the Drake spot that he had is a complicated one. It's literally a very complicated one where now you need to run around and do all these features that you used to shame Drake for, and you need to be very versatile enough to blend into every song that you're going to be on, because these rappers are coming out here with different sounds. You're not always going to be doing beep, pop, beep, pop, beep. You're not going to be doing that because sometimes it just won't fit. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. But I don't think that after that I will be coming back. That being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one. And for those of you who say that I make noise, I do. I really do. But what can I do? Even in the darkest time, I'm always this bubbly. When I'm stressed, I sing. That's the type of person that I am. So, yeah.
All right, listen. If you are tuning in for the world's shortest Playboy Carti album review, you are
Right
in
here.
the right place.
We got you.
Clap it up.
Facts.
If you are here for an in-depth album review of Playboy Carti and the 3 Kendrick Lamar verses, leave.
Yeah.
Wrong place.
I did listen to the whole thing.
How was it? I didn't hear it. I knew it.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it not being for me.
I never heard
I'm okay.
Well, see,
If I'm too old for it, I'm okay with that.
Why'd you listen to it?
it. Word. That shit was like an hour and plus, and it dropped at 7:30.
30 joints.
It was 30 joints. There's a couple joints I like on there. The Young Thug record is dope.
There's some
One of the
production on
future,
there. I
one of
like.
the future records is dope.
I'm talking shit, but out of what I breezed through on the sample, there is some production on there that's all right.
There's a couple shits on there.
It's him for me. So I can't listen to it. I wasn't trying to listen to it. That's for the Carti fans. I'm old, out of mind. I'm not the demo for this.
I don't even like that though, because it's almost like I equate it to like, as someone who likes rock music, there's a lot of like heavy metal shit that just ain't for me. And it's not because I was old. I might have been younger than the artist at the time. It's just not for me. And this is like heavy metal rap to me. It's just, it don't sit in my ears.
Yeah, I won't blame it on age. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Everything,
And I knew that already.
we don't have, despite the audience saying that we should be unbiased and should review everything.
I'm not doing that.
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you now, I'm not doing
I'm sorry. Everything ain't for us, and everything is not going to get a deep dive from us.
Shouts to the Carti fans.
Shout out to Carti.
Y'all been waiting for this album for years. He's been teasing it back and forth, pause. Never thought it was
Like
going to
7 years, right?
It's been a minute.
Been a long time. I think
It's been a
5
minute.
years.
Yeah,
but
4 or 5 years. So I'm just, happy for y'all. I saw people going crazy. It was funny. I thought he was trolling again.
When you didn't put it out?
Yeah. I knew an album had to be coming because he's on a weekend tour.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get on that big of a tour with no new music. So, true. Shouts to him. Shouts
Shout
to them.
Carti.
Y'all got it.
Yeah.
I'm not even
I hope
mad
y'all are
at
happy.
the 30 songs in this case, just because he only put out music every 5 years. Like, that's not the worst thing in the world to me. It's still a long listen. It was hard to I just had it on in the background while I was getting ready, eating breakfast, shower, and all that shit. And again, there's a couple records I like on there, but I'm probably not going to rush back to much of it.
Did you buy it?
I did not. This is a streamer.
Would you?
This is a streamer for me. I might buy the couple records I like, though, actually.
Got it.
I at least want to hear the best Kendrick verse from this thing.
Do you have the album, Joe? I
No.
don't listen. I don't know.
I do not have the album at
Who is
all.
he?
And my oldest son came over yesterday to just vibe and kick it. And I tried to have like a relatable moment. I was like, "Hey man, that Carti." I said,
That's what you kids like, right?
I said, "Oh, you ready for that Carti this Friday, huh?" He said, "Pop, I don't listen to that. It's not for me." I said, "Oh, genetics work."
You did it right.
Oh, genetics work. He said, "I'm still listening to Jim Jones." Oh, I love you, buddy. That's my baby.
Yeah.
I could play I think Good Credit is the record that most people are talking about. I'm cool, man. I'm okay with this not being for me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't even want to hear Kendrick.
Yeah, I'm good. Salute.
I'm cool. This is like when they said if you want to hide something from black people, put it in the book.
Yeah.
Put it in the Carti album for me. This is gonna miss me all.
This shit ain't bad. This is the Thug record.
Yo, and listen, even
Here, that's good. But there's a lot of
It's his voice
what I
for
would
me. I ain't
describe
gonna
as
hold
heavy
you.
metal.
I'm never gonna hear.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hear none of that though.
I'm not even gonna hear the
Even the
top
one you
album.
just played, that's like,
Yeah,
all right,
I'm
it's
not.
cool.
I'm still
Not rushing to it.
I'm not gonna
No, I'm
have
not
it.
playing
I
it.
will not hear it.
It's not gonna be in the phone.
It's not going in my iTunes.
There's
It's
no,
not- I
there's
just
no
will not hear it.
world that I'm in where I'm gonna look to play that.
And I don't think I'm gonna be anywhere where they're gonna play it.
Yeah, not at all.
That's a fact.
And I'm trying to, respectfully. I don't want that to sound like we saying something
I'm not
bad.
shitting on it. It's just not. It's okay for something not be for you.
I think I went through the same exact experience 5 years ago with his last album. It was like, I got to check it out because everyone's talking about it. I was like, okay, no.
But you know what? You know where I will give him credit? Even though this is not for me, it don't sound like any rap shit I hear out currently.
Absolutely.
Like it does sound very unique to him.
Original, yeah.
And original.
Absolutely.
And that's one of my complaints about just the rappers
Today's
today.
rap,
It all sounds like recycled, regurgitated.
Algorithm AI music, basically. They're just giving you the layup for the AI.
Yeah, some writing camp, AI, Chat GPT shit.
No, they dead ass been laying up the AI. If everything sounds the same, why can't we just get a computer to do it?
Yeah.
You know,
They spent a decade just like, oh, we can just make everything easy now so that when we get the computers, no one's going to be able to tell the difference anyway.
Like, we don't get enough music for the amount of musicians that we have.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, all week, I just be in the crib thinking of artists and how much I miss them.
And that was one of my questions I wanted to ask you.
You had a Lil Wayne question.
Not about missing them. I was wanting to talk about Lil Wayne's evolution, right?